We're doing a health and social care course. Through the course, my learners have to do safeguarding, health and safety and risk assessments, person-centred care and the importance of communication. So they're doing a team task today of building the relationships with their colleagues. So they've planned a day out for their service users who have a range of mental health issues, from schizophrenia to bipolar, personality disorders. And they've all got a role within this task. So they're actually risk assessing, bringing their service users to a farm, and then obviously thinking of things that could happen. For example, if the service user is holding a guinea pig and decides they don't want to give that guinea pig back, how are you going to get that guinea pig off that service user safely? And lots of different hazards and risks like that. So they're actually putting into practice what they've learned in the classroom. So hopefully they'll gain, a better experience of being able to work within health and social care.
Yeah, and it's right that they've picked where to come today, is that right?
They've picked where to come today. Originally we were going to go to the Victoria Centre, but they decided that perhaps that was a little bit boring. So a learner actually came up with the idea of Stonebridge Farm, near St Anne's, about a 20-minute walk from CT Skills Allen House. So I did a risk assessment on my learners for actually bringing them out and got them to sign consent forms. Then they've actually planned all their timings, their budgets, medications, food and drink for their service users. And so this is our very first visit, so it's a bit of a trial really to see how things actually turn out.
But we do things like this at CT Skills, don't we? And maybe people, when they first come on the course, don't necessarily realise that they might get to do something like this, apply what they learn in the classroom to a practical experience. Just sort of talk about that for me.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's okay doing something in the classroom, which is great. You get all of that background knowledge, and we go through things in the classroom. Quite often we'll perhaps send the learners around the centre to do a bit of risk assessing on our centres and see what they come up with. But actually bringing the learners out to enhance their learning, it gets them out of the classroom, which nobody wants to be stuck in a classroom all day, every day. So if we can get the learners out to somewhere like a farm, or apparently there's a windmill not far from here that we can use as well, it actually just enhances the learning for them so they can put it into practice. In their job roles as support workers or carers, quite often they will be asked to take their service user out somewhere. It could be for coffee or shopping. It could be that they're planning a trip to the seaside, a trip bowling, it could be anywhere. And this just makes them realise that what they've thought of in the classroom, well, how do we put this into practice? What might I come across when I'm out with my service users?
You've had great fun. It's your first time here,
yeah.
And I've never seen so many smiling faces as well from all the learners.
The learners are absolutely loving it. I'm really pleased that they chose to come to the farm. I didn't know it was here. So I've had a fantastic time. I've not held a guinea pig since I was a little girl. So that was massive for me, and actually fussing the goats and the sheep, because that's something new to me. So I think it not only enhances their learning, but it's giving the learners new experiences. Some of the learners perhaps have never been to a farm either, and they've got the chance to pick up the rabbits, the guinea pigs, fuss the goats.
Yeah.
And feed them as well, because you can buy food. So I just think it's a fantastic experience.
Yeah, and it'll give them, like you say, great experience going into their future careers in the health and social care sector.
Exactly, yeah, because whether they want to work with young children, vulnerable adults or the elderly, the whole idea is, with person-centred care, is to promote independence, get these people leading full active lives. So if my learners go into health and social care thinking, oh great, we can get these people out, they don't need to sit in their homes all day, they don't need to be lonely or isolated, because if I do a risk assessment, I can take them out and I can enhance their lives. Yeah. And hopefully, with me teaching at CT Skills and teaching our health and social care learners this, they will be able to spread that throughout the workplace.
And how impressed have you been with them finally, all the students?
Very impressed. They've been absolutely great. I'm observing from a distance. I'm trying not to get too involved, which can be quite difficult, because if they're going to make mistakes, I need to let them make mistakes so that they can learn from it. But they seem to be working together with teams. I've never seen so much risk assessing and health and safety assessment in my life going around, and every manner of hazard you could think of they've picked up on, which has been absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really impressed.